OBS says we're live. Does Twitch think we're live, though? That's the question. There we are. There we are. All right. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, do you need to move those ornaments out of her way for dinner?
Oh, I've been moving them all day, so.
If you feel up to it, can you put the strings on them so we can hang them later?
I can't promise I'll do that right now.
Okay. He's having a rough day. Alright. So yeah, I still have a voice, so that's good. When I woke up this morning, I wasn't so sure I was gonna have one. Alright, let's see here. Twitch doesn't seem to want to say if I have a stable connection, but OBS is saying I'm not dropping frames. So I don't know if Twitch is just being a little slow on the uppy takey. Are we actually live? I think we're actually live. Alright, so our tree, which I'm gonna have to put in here kind of sideways, unless we zoom out a bit more. Hang on, let me make sure my desk is relatively in a controlled chaos situation. Alright, I still have paint sitting out here I need to put away. Oh, there's my microphone. Hi to the microphone. Alright, like I said, this is like the extent of my work area here, so we're a little crammed in. Alright. Oh, we got our stabby thing. We're gonna get our felt. So we're gonna put the finishing touches on the tree. For those that didn't see the tree finished, there's a speed video up. Oh, hey Zorts. Okay, good, we are live. I was beginning to wonder. Thank you for the resub, sir. Hope all is well. Hope you didn't get too much snow last night. We actually got like maybe half an inch in the grass for Friday night. It was a little bit of a surprise. So we're gonna do like a swirly swirl around this guy, I think, in the dark green. I just don't know if I want to stop. I guess we'll start at the very tippy top. Oh, I'm sorry. You never did tell me what was going on. You don't have to. But trust me, I feel ya. Probably not the exact same issues, but I feel ya. Do you work today? Or are you off today? I have trouble keeping track of what day it is lately. Alright, so I'm kind of anchored in there at the top. So I think we'll kind of start here. Now remember, this is thin, and your needle is longer than the thickness of this guy. So keep an unprotected hand out of the way. Alright? As much as you can. See, I got that a little tight so it doesn't want to go in there. You do work? We made a decision that Papa Goblin needs to go to assisted living. Oh, wow, things took a turn, didn't they? I'm sorry. But honestly, if it's the best place for him, I mean, some of those places are really nice. Like they'll like go out and do your grocery shopping and bring it back for you. They'll take you places. Like some of those are really kind of nice. But yeah, no, I'm sorry. I guess it depends on, where you end up, but trust me, the thought had occurred to us at one point with the one parental at least. At one point. Is that the cat making all that noise out there, or is that a parent? Because I keep hearing things banging and bumping, and I don't know what the fuck it is. Are they starting already attacking the tree, like the 5 seconds we walked away from it? But, of course, outsider's perspective.
Yes.
When they see their freedom being taken away, and of course they're gonna argue, I don't need to be there. Well, it's like, if nobody can fucking keep an eye on you 24/7, then you kinda do. Took a very drastic turn down this week, and he's gonna, I'm sure he is gonna fight you. Trust me. Your dad sounds a lot like mine in the crotchety old man department, so trust me. I have a feeling. And if we weren't in the situation we were in, if the parents could have afforded it, that might have been where they ended up. But because somebody is here most of the time, on the rare occasions where most of us are out, even then cell phone numbers are known. Well, at least Russell's cell phone's number is known by somebody in this house. I really should get it written down and posted it somewhere on my computer, because I can't remember shit. And I never have to call it. I only need to call it when I don't have the number. On very rare occasions. Isn't crotchety old man? It's oh Lord. Oh yeah. Shit. Oh shit. Yeah. Yeah. So he would need a babysitter, pretty much. He would need a babysitter 24/7, if only for his own safety. And that's really hard when everybody's working and nobody can really afford financially to do that. I mean, lately it's been a good thing that I've been up to like 5 or 6 in the morning. Although lately I've been really tired, so I've been going to bed a hell of a lot sooner. Because my dad's been extra. I need this, I need that. When it's stuff we know that he could do, but it's frustrating because he gets into this point of not even trying to do it. I'm like, could you try? Your brain is going to self-sabotage mode. And the girl and I are on a pause as she has personal stuff of her own to figure out. Yeah, well, I mean, don't go into self-sabotage mode. It's just, there's stuff, everybody's got their stuff. Everybody's got their things, right? So if it's gonna work out, it's gonna work out. I know it's tough to not go into self-sabotage mode, but that's not gonna do you any favors in the end. And, you know, your dad needs help from people that know what the fuck they're doing. And, can be more helpful than you would be on your own. 'Cause that's like a full-time thing. Like, the only other option would be like a full-time, I guess it would have to be 2. Either like 2 full-time nurses, like around the clock, to keep an eye on him, which I don't see him agreeing to. But at least assisted living, they have a little bit more freedom, depending on the place. But, I mean, if he didn't do that, then somebody would have to stay with him 24/7. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I can understand that. It's a lot. It is a lot. And it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be difficult. Especially if he doesn't understand that you guys are really just trying to look at his best interest and his safety. I mean, you know, you can't have him, like, forgetting that he's making dinner or anything, or, you know, burning down the apartment or his, wherever he's staying, or, you know, just going out to get groceries and not remembering, you know, where he's at, or any of the things. So, and even then, you know, it's tough. It's tough. Alright, well, thank you. Hang in there, sir. Don't do anything rash. It's just a tough spot. I know it's probably not gonna get that much easier, but hang in there. Breathe. Remember to get your sisters to stand with you and back you up and all that. It's gonna work out in the end, hopefully. I imagine it would be. I do imagine that. But hang in there. Try to concentrate while you're at work so you don't hurt yourself. That's the last thing you need. Maybe start saving money for a vacation when things are settled and sorted. Alright, so we're gonna start putting in our little dark swirl here. Hang in there, sir. You got this. Alright. So it's probably going to be a little thicker in some spots, a little thinner in some spots. So. Alright, I am a little bit zoomed out just so we can try to get all of our tree in here. I'm going to anchor this guy. Now this is probably going to be a little crooked, a little wonky, but I just wanted to add another color in here just to give it a little something, because, you know, the one solid color wasn't quite enough for me on this guy. But I think adding in this second, hang on. It's really distracting on OBS when you're on the live cam, because they've added this grid now, I guess to help you center a shot or something, and if I have the camera selected, it's like over my preview on OBS, and it's just very distracting. And then I can't see through it. But no, I feel like, you know, we need a little something just to break up all of the one shade of green. And you know, it's me, so we gotta add another layer of difficulty. Of course we do. Now I did go back on the base and I added some more fluff. We actually didn't lose that much diameter on the bottom of the tree, so it was only a little bit, and I added some more snow piled up around the bottom so we won't like see the very raw edge down there that's not completely covered. And I added a few red and green stepping stones to kind of look like red and green M&Ms coming away from the front door location of the house. And the house plot square pre-planned area has snow up around the edges of that to hide any stitching that's gonna show through on the bottom of that house. And then we're also going to come back and I'm going to add the supports to the inside of the house, just to make sure our roof doesn't collapse it. So I'm probably going to snip some kitchen skewers that I have. You could use popsicle sticks, you could use, you know, armature wire, whatever. I'm just going to use the skewers because we're probably never going to use them for anything. And they're just in the kitchen, so they weren't that expensive either, so I might as well just, you know, use them. I'm out of popsicle sticks. I never thought I would be, but I am. Imagine that. All the things to run out of. They were expensive too. The last time when we went to Joann's to get the materials for this, them fuckers. I guess because there was a run on wood all of a sudden. I don't fucking know. I was shooketh at how much popsicle sticks were. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. What happened to the days of the big boxes of popsicle sticks for like, I don't know, $6, and it was like a huge, like, ginormous, like, shoebox size thing of popsicle stickies. Like, what on earth is happening? Hey, can you go stir that? And add like another handful or two. Thank you. Sorry. We're cooking today. We are making spaghetti sauce, which also doubles as our pizza sauce. So tonight we're gonna have pasta, and tomorrow we're gonna have pizza. So we make a big pot of it, and then we figured out about how much sauce we go through when we make pizza. We've got a bunch of little containers. So we portion out pizza-sized portions into these containers, and then we just freeze it, so that way we have pizza sauce for the month. Tell ya, I was worried at one point. I wasn't sure we were gonna have internet for very long. I thought we were going to lose the internet. Because the person that pays the bill, there was a whole huge issue with. We found the money. But if I ever disappear off the face of the earth and you guys don't hear from me anywhere, whether that's Twitter, Instagram, Discord, you know, and I just stop showing up for streams with no warning whatsoever, then the internet probably went down to some degree. So we can see a little bit of the green, and there's a little bit of the pink. Like that's on the outer edge, but you can see a ghost of it through the bottom of the tree there. I'll tell you, in the video, when I was working on this bottom edge, I had chunks flying off of the bottom. I was like, what the fuck is happening? I was like, damn, yo. You know what, let's just do it this way. I almost ran out of green fluff. Like, I still have the green yarn, the base green, or slate green. But I almost had to fluff more to get the tree finished. I just had enough. Like, I already had to fluff once. Make more of the fluff once. I thought I was going to do it again. Managed to come up with just enough to finish that guy out. So that worked out. I was originally gonna try to do some gingerbread people standing outside, but that's not gonna quite work how I wanted it to. And I couldn't find my gingerbread cookie cutter. So I think I did find a snowman cookie cutter, so I think we'll go with that. I mean, I would go a little bit more elaborate and do the 3D snowman, but I'm really starting to run short on time. What was that? Really? So is he in the tree or is he under the tree?
Under the tree.
That cat. So we had to we ended up putting our artificial tree up early because we had to clean the mother-in-law's room, and that was where it had been stored. And then we found our ornaments that one of the cats decided to mark, and then we had to clean the ornaments and hope that they survived the cleaning. Some of them didn't. Some of them kinda are okay, and then other ones are kind of questionable, but we don't have the money to replace them. And I don't think the tree's gonna support me making any.
Certainly not out of your clay or anything.
The clay might if they're thin, because the clay is actually really light.
You've never gotten it thin enough.
My dad's are thin, and his tree supports his, but his tree's a little bit stiffer.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Our tree's not stiff. It's
yeah,
bendable.
Our tree's not. I'm thinking next year we might have to break down and get a real one.
Well, that depends on if we can afford it.
Yeah, we'll have to see. We will have to see how things go. This tree we've had, I think this is the 3rd year on this tree, maybe? Might be. And we're like, oh yeah, it's really cute because it's fiber optics. You know, it's got all the lights in the end, so we don't have to put the lights on the tree. Except they didn't have any on display. So we couldn't feel the sturdiness of the branches, and they're not that sturdy. Like, they barely hold the regular ornaments.
I'm gonna go start tying, but I'm gonna be in the other room because I can't avoid making noise.
Yeah, okay. Alright, so we had hooks on the ornament balls, and with the way the cats have been attacking the tree, we've decided to remove all of the hooks because somehow I couldn't get the hooks off, but they could. So with the animals, we've decided to remove all of the hooks, and we're just gonna put string on the little ornament hanger doodles, and just deal with them that way. And maybe with the string on there, they won't be able to knock them off the tree so easily. So basically anything that's not going to break, and most of our round Christmas balls for the tree, or baubles as some people like to refer to them as, they're all shatterproof plastic. So all the non-breakable goes to the bottom. Because the cats make it a sport of running at the tree from across the room and seeing how much stuff they can knock off. Don't have the money to do my flamingo tree. I am sad. As it is, the couple of wooden cutout flamingo ornaments that we painted last year, we had to get rid of. Because the cat marking got them, and they were sealed with Mod Podge, and I couldn't clean them, so yay. That's fun. Not really. At least it was only 4, and they weren't hugely expensive, but it was just the principle of it. I was just like, damn it. Alright. So you just stirred that. Okay. So, I mean, it's kind of cute. We got the little dual color swirl action happening here. I was thinking about swirling white on there with it, like in between, but that might be a little much. I don't know. Sorry, I've got some loose fuzzes I'm seeing here on the tree fuzz. If you see that, just, you know, retack them in, that's fine. I'm just gonna get another bit of green here. But how has everybody's weekend been going? Like, our past 2 weeks have been a fucking blur, a fucking nightmare. I'll tell you. Like, I feel like we fell into a black hole, and we have just, everything is upended. I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's been a rough, like, an exceptionally rough 2 weeks. We have to switch our insurance provider. Russell has to call them on Monday because our hospital doctor network that he's already established with is no longer taking the insurance that we're on. So we have no idea how much this is going to cost us now, because we didn't have to pay. We had to pay like next to nothing on the one that we were on because of our financial status. We'll see what happens. because with him being in the middle of starting his appeal, he can't just stop doing his therapy. And I was seeing how much she was billing the insurance, because we would get the things, this isn't a bill, but you would see, you know, rates and stuff, and I was like, oh god, we can't afford that. Not out of pocket. I think I was seeing like $180 a week. And I'm just like, oh, fuck, go sideways. So, we'll have to figure the fuck out. Because, oh my, it's just been stressful couple of weeks here. I mean, it wouldn't kick in until January anyway, so we won't know the full extent of the damage till then. But January is not all that far away either. Like, it's November 13th. A little ahead of myself. And I know we put our Christmas tree up early, but sometimes Russell and I just need the brightly colored Christmas lights and stuff, just to make the world seem not quite so dark and depressing, and it gives us a moment of calm in this hectic storm that is our life right now. So I'm like, fuck it, who cares? It's in our house. We have people in the neighborhoods starting to put up their Christmas lights, so I'm like, fuck it, who cares? We'll have 2 Thanksgivings in this house, or 2 Christmases in this house. I mean, it's not like we're really doing gifts for either one. Thanksgiving is pre-Christmas, so fuck it. Just fuck it. At this point. So we were gonna wait till Tuesday, but I was like, he was having some trouble earlier. A pretty bad anxiety attack. So I was like, hey, focus on me for a second. He's like, what? I was like, why don't you put the tree up? Because, you know, artificial tree, it has to be connected together, and I've never put it together. He always does. So it doesn't look that difficult, and it's certainly not that heavy. I'm sure I could figure it out if I had to, but it was more about giving him a distraction for a few minutes, or trying to give him something else to think about that he could take his time and try to figure out. So that's kind of how it ended up quite so soon. But we also pulled it out of the room early, and I just didn't want the box sitting in the way for like the next whatever's like months. And I'm just like, who cares? It's not like we have people over, and if they do, fuck them. I know some people that leave like Christmas trees up year round. I know, not personally know them, but I know of some people that use that, you know, just leave them up year round and just decorate them for each season, because that's what makes them happy. And you know what, it's their fucking house, let them do what the fuck they want. Not hurting nobody. I mean, you know, within reason, doing what you want, as long as it's not a danger to anybody else or yourself. Something so small seems so silly to be like, no, this can only be up at this time of year. If that's what makes you happy. Because finding happiness lately has been a trial. You know, if something so small makes you happy, then do it. Who cares? Right? So when we get this project wrapped up, we have to immediately jump into the parents' Christmas presents. We had actually planned on doing 2 different gifts for the parents. I was going to handle the one gift aspect, and then Russell was going to handle the other. Like, I was just going to do the little tchotchke thing. And he was going to handle something bigger. We were going to try to do something a little more elaborate this year. He was originally going to try to make like a quilted applique type thing to put on the back of a sweatshirt for them, but then he was afraid of fucking it up in like 0 hours, so we found a vinyl transfer company, and we were just gonna, that would, you know, custom do the stuff. We could send them what we wanted them to do, just had to make sure it was the color range that they could work with, and you know, order that and then get the iron on transfer. We just had to get an iron because I think we, you know, I don't even know if we still have the ironing board. We might still have the ironing board. But I mean, worst comes to worst, I guess you could put like a towel down or something over, or like a wooden board. And we had to get like the shield thingy to do the application with. So we were gonna do it, and then the debacle with the internet bill and us having to find the funds to pay for it kind of put a kibosh in that, so squashed that plan. So now we need to return the fabric, but we can't find the receipt, so we're gonna end up with a gift card, but that's okay because we got the fabric at Walmart, and we'll just turn around and use the gift card for groceries, which I'm sure we will need. We always need groceries. And not because we eat that much, because our budget is so tight that half the time we're just kind of scraping by. There can be no real splurges when we go to the grocery store. We have to account for like every dollar. No impulse buys. Which sucks sometimes, but you know. Less snacks in the house. Does mean I'm hungry more often, but hell, maybe I'll lose some weight. I have lost like 10 pounds since since like the end of the summer, so that's kind of cool. I seem to be stuck at that 10-pound reduction mark, so I find that fascinating, but okay. I guess it's a good thing that we're not in New Jersey right now, because we would just be constantly just trying to get all of the takeout ever, even though we couldn't afford it. I was telling the husband yesterday, or not yesterday, a couple days ago, I guess. I was like, man, the other night, I was so upset. All I wanted to do was build a blanket fort and just climb in there with some Christmas lights hung up and just hide in my blanket fort and just eat all of my foods that I love. Oh, we got that spiral a little wide there. Oh well. It is what it is at this point. Should we add like red berries to make it garland going around? No. We'll just leave it. That might be a little too much. I just wanted like all of my foods from our favorite places back home. And just, you know, watch some movies. And just, you know, will things to stop moving quite so fast in some respects. Just to have a moment. Don't really have anywhere to build a blanket fort in this house, so and of course, you know, with my broken body, I would probably need like an air mattress base to sit on and a sleeping bag. Ooh, it got cold. Speaking of sleeping bags, man, oh man, did it get cold. I'll tell you, like, effing Thursday. Thursday and Friday, we had the fucking air conditioning on because it was so hot. Right? Like, it was almost 80 both days. And then Friday night, well, Friday afternoon, we had to wait for his mom to show up because they were going somewhere and we didn't know if they were bringing her car back here. There was so much indecision and confusion going on with that whole mess. And we had to wait around, but we also kind of needed to go to Sam's. And after they left, I was like, well, am I getting dressed? Are we going? He goes, I don't know. He goes, I kind of want to just go tomorrow. And I'm like, yeah, but we're supposed to have weather tonight. And tomorrow's Saturday. And Sam's is a fucking nut house on Saturday to begin with. And then if we have weather, it's going to be even worse. Because then we have to go down into Fayetteville. Or go up into Fayetteville, really. We're south from Fayetteville, and it's just like, ugh. So we decided to go, and it was a good thing we did, because they kept saying, oh, you know, we could have a wintry mix Friday night, blah, 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 and I was thinking, yeah, we're gonna go, and then we're probably not gonna get it. Oh, we got it. We were kind of doing some things, and then I was like, you know what, I really need to get this rug shampooed. I meant to do it a different day earlier in the week, but I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know if I had a migraine, something happened, or hurt my back, something. I can't remember what. It might have been a couple of things, or just time vanished on me because I had to take care of other things, and then by the time I got those other things done and I went to go do that, then it was like too late for me to run the rug shampooer because the rug shampooer is so loud. So finally got to getting the rug shampooed, and I stepped outside for a minute. I don't know if I was taking recycling out. I don't know. I stepped outside for a minute and I was like, oh, I completely forgot. Oh no, Russell took the dog out. That's what it was. And he goes, hey, it's snowing. And I was like, what? It is not. He goes, yeah. So, or no. He took the dog out, and I saw a post on Facebook and from our weather people. And so we went outside. And it was like just starting. I was like, oh, this is exciting. It's probably not going to do anything. It's probably not even going to stick. But, you know, still, it's exciting because we don't get snow that often here. You know, we get it a little bit. But most of the time, it only sticks to the grass. And then by the time it stops snowing, like, it'll start melting right away. Sometimes, though, like, the one winter, we had a good amount of snow for the area. Wasn't much. Like, I think it was maybe only 3 or 4 inches, but man, because they don't pre-treat all of the roads here the way they did in New Jersey, it just kind of brought everything to its knees, and I was like, wow, this is crazy. This much snow would not have been a problem back home, but like, we couldn't get out of our driveway because of the angle the driveway was on, and there was sleet mixed in with the snow. There was like, it was like snow, and then there was like a good like half an inch of sleet, if not more, and then it snowed more on top of it, and then there was more sleet. So it was fucking terrible with all the ice mixed in with it. So I mean, we do have moments sometimes, but the big thing around here is ice. But I was like, oh, this is cute. So then a few minutes later, I ran outside. Well, actually, I'd opened the front door, and I was listening and watching it, and I was like, oh my god. So I quick threw my coat on, went out on the porch, and I'm like, hey. I was like, what? I said, it sounds like it's sleet. And he's like, what? And I was like, you can hear it hitting the ground. There's ice in there. It was definitely a wintry mix. He's like, no, I think it's just snowing that hard. I was like, snow doesn't usually make a sizzling sound when it hits the ground. This sounds like the sleet noise. So, I mean, it was pretty much gone by morning. But I'll tell you, yesterday, was it this morning? No, it was this morning, I think. Before I went to bed. Well, I had actually been in bed, but I had to get up to pee. I hadn't quite fallen asleep yet, because I was reading for a little while. So I got up to pee, and I looked outside on my way back, and all of the grass was like all like crunchy, frosty looking. It was crazy. I was like, it didn't even do anything last night. And now they're talking that we could have something tomorrow at some point, because they're talking about another weather system moving through tomorrow. And I'm not sure if it's supposed to be another wintry mix or if it's just supposed to be straight up snow. The high for tomorrow was supposed to be in the 40s, so it looked like it was gonna, whatever it was, might start as rain. It kind of depends on what time whatever's supposed to happen tomorrow starts, but I know my dad had to be at a doctor's appointment for tomorrow, but it sounds like he ended up canceling it because he didn't want to be up in Fayetteville. and be out on the roads if the weather took a turn like that, because, you know, they don't pre-treat around here. And people drive like fucking morons when it's just raining. I think we had rain for like the first time in like a month, maybe a week ago, and everybody on the interstate forgot how to drive, because the interstate cuts through Fayetteville, like through part of it, like runs right through the middle of it, and I guess people stopped paying attention to what they were doing, or what, I don't know, texting, driving, who the fuck knows. But there was all kinds of accidents, like multiple accidents that were just bringing traffic to a standstill over there. And they don't have to take the interstate to get to the hospital complex, or the medical complex where his doctor was gonna be, but it's a hell of a lot easier. And Fayetteville's very hilly. Like, very hilly. It's like in the middle of, it's like kind of on the sides and at the base of some smaller mountains, maybe, or some good sized foothills. I don't know what the fuck you want to call them. But, yeah, there's some scary ass hills in Fayetteville, residential areas, and I'm just like, damn, how do these people live here in the winter? You need a fucking snowmobile just to get out of your street when we have bad weather. I'm sure they just don't go anywhere. Like, some of them were so steep. Like, they would have been awesome, actually kind of scary sledding hills. Like, they were that steep. I would have been scared. To traverse down those suckers. Alright, so I mean, I got the spirals a little far spaced here at the bottom, but I think it'll be alright. So we need just a little bit more here to finish this guy out. Can you stir that?
I just stirred and scraped it and
Thank
put
you.
more in. I was coming in to tell you that so you didn't have to try to get hold of it.
Okay, thanks. So, yes, cooking during art stream. He was willing to help me, so I was like, alright. Like, if you're willing to help, then we can do this today. We don't have to wait till Tuesday. I'm just kind of getting our green fluff sorted here. Yeah, so I don't know what tomorrow's weather's gonna bring. I don't know. I haven't actually looked at the weather forecast yet. You know, maybe we should. Let's take a minute. Where's my mouse? I keep forgetting this new mouse has like a power save feature or something, where it kind of locks itself or shuts itself down if it's sat idle for a few minutes. Okay, let's see. Excuse me. Alright, well right now it's 46 with a feels like a 42. I know last night when I went to bed it was like 26. Like when I tried to go to bed. Alright, so tomorrow it says PM rain / snow showers. Ooh, it's gonna be cold. It's gonna be a cold week, you guys. Wait, what the fuck? What is happening? Stone! Flamingos! It's a flamingo party. Hello, friends. Hello, Stone. How are you? I hope your stream was well. Hello, Stone friends. Oh, and we're getting follows. Hello. More flamingos. More flamingos. So, This Stone, known from WoW Challenge days. I'm Nisey. We do things here. We do crafty things, we do arty things, we do games sometimes. Today is a crafty day. Right now we're needle felting, kind of. We are making a gingerbread house Christmas display. We're working on the Christmas tree that's going to go in the display. So that's what this is. We've already made the house, sort of. The walls are together. We did that a few streams ago. I still have to put the roof together and attach that to the house. We might be doing that tomorrow. But, yeah, so we're doing all of the things. I hope you had a good stream. What were you streaming today? I feel like it was wrestling, but it might not have been. Oh, that's a big show. Congratulations on the 500th wrestling show. That sounds fun. Did you do anything special for that, or just kind of just went about the things and stuffs? My total incompetence is showing. I really don't know much about wrestling, but I try. So, you know how it goes. I live under my little rock, and there I stay. For the most part. For the most part. I don't have too much time to do too much stuff, because, you know, husband wrangling and all that. Husband wrangling, parental wrangling. Although they can't get too far. Although, you know, I'll tell you, my mom, who can barely get around, she sure can move in the grocery store. Like, I have the hardest time keeping track of her if I'm with Russell and her on the rare times the three of us are actually at the store together. And Russell and I will go get our stuff, and then I lose her. I can't find her. Like, she shouldn't be able to move that fast. And she can't move that fast, but do you think I can friggin' keep track of her? I need to put a GPS locator on her when we're in the grocery store, I swear. Like, Russell and I have this thing that we do when we're trying to find each other. And I'm sure people look at him like he's fucking nuts. But, if he loses track of me, he'll just start, like, walking past the ends of the aisles making Murloc noises until I yell back at him. So, I'm like, hey, yo, down here. Like, there you are. Like, he'll just keep doing that till I acknowledge him. So, I mean, he doesn't give a shit, so I'm just like, okay. And that's kind of all sorts of probably really bizarre and weird, and probably gets a few looks from some of the older people in the store that have no idea what the fuck we're doing. But you know what? I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. No more fucks to give about that, so. But yeah, so we're doing the crafty things today with our little barbed sharp needle. I can't wait till we get done this because we have to work on the Christmas presents, and I have to do my mom's Christmas ornament. Sorry, hang on. I gotta stand up for a second. I gotta get the thing. Oof. I gotta get the thing. Well, we need that. Oh, I forgot about these. Okay. just dropping stuff. Okay. I'm just dropping shit. Alright. I forgot I got those bows when we grabbed the lights. So, sit back down here. Alright. So that's probably good enough for our spiral, because the snow fluff is going to like come up to about here on the base. So, Mr. Tree. We got little lighty doos that we're going to put around. I don't know how I'm going to attach this though. We might have to attach this in the spiral, because I'm thinking me and my brilliant ideas, I did not think this through. Okay, alright, so yeah, this is alright. Now we have to be careful. Do not stab the wire. Okay, do not. See, we should have been doing this from the beginning here. So we don't need a whole heap of this. Be very careful because we're in the thin spot on here. You don't want to stab yourself through the styrofoam. Now I know that we wrapped this in the felt, but it's a very sharp needle, and there's still the chance that we could do that. So just gonna, oh, I almost need another set of hands. Ooh, I felt that go through. I've got another finger under there that's not covered. It didn't hit me. It like went right next to my finger, and I definitely felt that. Like I felt all of the fiber shift. So yeah, make sure you've got the finger protectors. I mean, it might not completely save you, depending on how hard you're slamming through, but it might prevent an awkward, embarrassing story at the emergency room. Potentially. Alright, so let's see if we can. Alright, I'm just gonna swirl this guy up here. Just try to get him. Are we in camera? We are. Just to try to get him in here. Sometimes it's easier to have that hard, stiff surface underneath. I mean, this isn't that hard. It's a little squishy, but that way you're not worried about snapping the top of your tree. Because, I mean, we did lose quite a bit of diameter up here, and it's squishy now from us stabbing the foam. So it's not hard like it is down here. It's actually squishy. I don't know if you can see. There's a little bit of give as I'm squeezing, and it feels spongy down here. Up here it still feels pretty stiff, but because we've stabbed through it all the way around, it's definitely different. So this is a battery operated guy. I'm thinking, all right, trying to see how much footage we've got here. Now these are LEDs, so they should be, in theory, fine against the fluff. Perfect. perfect. I didn't actually measure it out when I bought it. So we've got a little bit of space here, but that's where this is gonna come in. We're gonna make like a little wood shed with some felt and glue it to the box. This is the box my mouse came in. I was like, hey, let's hold on to that because this is, you know, about the size to fit in there. All right, so these, they're a little warm, but they're not warm like the regular mini lights would be. Rule of thumb would be not to run these when you're not around to watch it. Obviously, hang on. I did not think this through. Like I said, I need another pair of hands here. I need my... Oh shit, don't you fall. Don't do it. I've got the base that this is all gonna get attached to sitting on the top of where I just pulled this out of. Do not stab the wire. That would be a problem. You're looking for a bit, you need to get off the PC, take a break. Oh, no problem, no problem. Thank you for the raid. Trust me, I understand. You have a good day. I probably missed you. You probably already left. But thanks for hanging out. Thanks for sending your peeps this way. And you have a good one. Sometimes we get absorbed in what we're doing. Alright, that'll kind of hold them in place. Kind of. Alright. Put that to the side there. Okay, so we're gonna need to get some more fluffy flues. Fluffy flues. Fluffy doos. So hope everybody had a good time with stone today. I know this is very different coming in from the wrestling things. But thank you for stopping by. Alright, so I don't think we're going to need too many anchor points here, but we probably should have like a couple. So this is going to be a little tricky, right? Because I don't want to stab the wire. Stabbing the wire would be very, very bad. I mean, granted, it's 2 AA batteries, so we probably wouldn't get that hurt, but let's not. I've been electrocuted before. It's not fun. Not doing this. Not doing this. Trying to change a light bulb. That was not fun. I'm not even quite sure how I managed to do it either. I was trying to pull the bulb out, right? And I got the bulb out, and for some reason, well, I guess because the light had burnt out, I was not sure if the power was on or not to the light. Like, I didn't know if the light switch had been flipped. And for some reason, I was having trouble getting the damn light bulb in there, right? So I was like, let me just try to figure out how the threads are situated in here, because it's not, the lamp was above my head, right? Like on a table, and I was barely able to reach it because of the shelving that it was on, and so I couldn't see what I was doing, and I'm trying to I'm like, how the hell are the threads all on this thing? Like, you know, am I going in crooked? And so I stuck my finger in there trying to feel, you know, is there something in here? Like, what the fuck is going on? And apparently the light still had power. So, yeah, I electrocuted myself because I stuck my finger in the lamp socket. That was not fun. Do not recommend. Next time, just unplug the lamp. Which is what I should have did. Not one of my finer moments, that's for damn sure. You alright?
Yeah, the icicles were screwed, as were a couple of the balls, and 2 of the kid ornaments.
They still smelled?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know a couple of the balls when I picked them up before I went to bed still smelled funny, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, all the ones that I could tell went in the garbage, and all the icicles were screwed.
Damn it. Of course he did this when we didn't have the money to replace any of it.
Yep, pretty much.
So angry. One of... the cat that's an asshole has to be sequestered through parts of the day. Did the pin came loose? Or no, the pin didn't come loose, it came out of there. Alright. We have to swap cats out during the day because the one cat will not leave the other cat alone. And it gets kind of it's not a good situation. So instead of trying to rehome one of them, because, you know, it's not their fault and we've had them long enough where, you know, we're not going to do that to them. We've inconvenienced our personal lives. And so one of the cats stays in the one bedroom, and then like overnight, and then at some point in the morning we swap who's in the bedroom. Well, when the asshole was in there, I guess he was mad that he was in there. And he decided he was gonna mark everything in there, even though he's fixed. And he shouldn't have. So he found the bag of Christmas ornaments that we had in there, or had decided to mark where they were sitting, and somehow marked the inside of this bag, or it leaked through into the bag, even though we had a litter box. Actually, I think there were 2 litter boxes in there. And we didn't know he did this until we were cleaning the room, so no idea how long they were saturated in cat stink. And we tried to salvage some of them. Some of them were okay, but apparently all of our special ornaments that were in the bags from like years ago, it sounds like they didn't survive. So I'm really upset. And we don't have the money right now to replace any of these. I mean, obviously the little kid ornaments aren't going to be able to be replaced. You know, the stuff that you make in, you know, in school, or, you know, growing up, like our babysitter had us make stuff, or, you know, we would go to, the one church would always have like a Christmas bazaar and, like a craft show stuff, and they would do, you know, for like $5 or whatever, you could get your thumbprint on like a Christmas ball, or like a little like wooden frame or something, and they would turn it into, you know, like a mouse or a reindeer or something silly. And I had like at least one of those in there, and that apparently didn't survive. Oh, okay, we're gonna need, did this? Okay, this sort of got tacked down. I'm wondering if that's just sliding because this side's not tacked down. Could be. Alright. We'll see. We might have to add a couple extra tack zones here. I mean, I want to do my flamingo Christmas tree, but we don't have the money to do that just yet. Because that's going to involve me getting a white tree. If I can find one that the branches are sturdy enough on, like a fake white tree. Can't do the flocked trees with all the animals. I don't want them eating the flocking. Because, trust me, our animals will. Okay, so we got... Alright, yeah, I guess that just needed to be pulled a little bit tighter. Alright, you're not doing dick, so let me just pull you out now. I was hoping that you were gonna cooperate, but you didn't. Alright, so that one's there. So I mean, at least we've got some festiveness happening. Alright, I think we'll do another one probably around in here. So I mean, these are a little big for this tree, but you know, it's the best we could do. I had a string of snowflakes. Those were blue. I got in 2 sets because I wasn't sure which one I wanted to go with. But I think this was the better choice. Of course, you can't really see how bright they are because I've got all of the lights on, but you can kind of get the idea there. Sorry, we're just trying to tighten this up here a bit. Alright. I have to be careful with this needle because we bent this one. I bent this one. You guys had nothing to do with it. I bent it, working on Russell's Christmas present. So, Russell's Christmas present. Okay. Let me pull him out here. I haven't had time to work on him this week because I was trying to... all of the things. I was trying to get the base of the tree done. So this is the start of Russell's Christmas present. This big guy here. He's about... How big is he? It's hard to tell because we're a little zoomed in. Let's see. He is from bottom of foot to top of head. He's about 10 inches. Maybe 11. So he's just under a foot. According to the T-square. So he's a little tough to get in here. So this is his innards, shall we say. So, yeah. I'm trying to make him a lizard folk for his D&D character. He thinks it's a dinosaur. He's kind of right, but not exactly. So, yeah, his little foot's covering's coming off. I gotta fix the foot. But I haven't quite finished the second run of fluff on the legs. Second wrapping is about to here. This is going to be his tail. It's just not completely in yet. But that's the inner skeleton for the tail. So I'm going to probably have to try to bring the tail down. There's a whole wire skeleton in here. So that's why I bent the needle, because when I was stabbing through the fluff to felt it, I kept hitting the inner skeleton. So, I'm probably going to have to bring this down and wrap it around just to kind of give him a little more stability. He'll stand when we're done, or at least he should. That's the plan, at least. So, we'll see. Alright, so back to this. So I have to be careful with this needle because it's already a little damaged. But yeah. This guy, I'm gonna wrap him around twice, and I'm gonna make sure that our wire's pulled a little bit taut. Okay, hopefully we're kind of in frame here. All right. Remember, be very careful around the wire. Sorry, I had a piece of fuzz. Oh, it's on my shirt. Okay, hold on. hold on. It was, nope, that's not it. There it is. I had a piece of hair that was falling out, and my hair is going white or silver all on its own, and I could see it glinting in the light, and I'm like, it was becoming very distracting, so I had to pull that. It was falling out anyway. I actually had a couple of strands of gray silver hair. Actually, it was kind of sparkly, so I'm gonna say it was silver. When I was 16. You could see it in a couple of photos if my head was turned the right way. And now, what am I, 41? So now we definitely have a lot more than just a couple of gray silver strands moving on in. Yeah, so this has been on for a while, and they're not warm at all, so not like the regular mini lights would be. Alright, I think we're gonna put another tack point here. I guess we can get rid of this because that plan didn't work out, so I have more needles. I'm just trying not to break any. I think so far we've broken 2 needles in our almost year of doing this, so it doesn't seem too bad, right? So, you know, things and stuff. I guess that's a good thing. Alright, so let's anchor this guy here. But no, for my flamingo tree, I wanted a white artificial tree. I know some people hate that, but I don't think it would look the same if I did it on a green tree. I just don't. So, like a white artificial tree. And, you know, the pink flamingo, all the pink flamingo ornaments. And then I was thinking pink lights. And then like silver and pink Christmas balls. And then, you know, all of the flamingo ornaments that I can find or make. We're not opposed to making stuff. You just have to have the money to get the stuff to make it. That's all. Alright. So we are definitely open ooh, careful. Making the ornaments if need be. Careful, careful, careful. Right up on that wire. Okay. So I think we'll do another tack point here. And then we'll do another one at the very end. So that kind of worked out. And this is just a battery operated thing. Like I said, 2 AA's, so it's not too bad. And I got some bows to put on this sucker just to kind of, you know, decorate it. A little bit glittery. Little sparkle. We'll add those on with the hot glue gun when we go to glue everything together. I don't know if tomorrow is going to be a hot glue gun day. Kind of depends. Because I'm running short on time, because we still have to do my mom's Christmas ornament, which is going to be a rooster. We're going to turn this into a rooster to hang on her tree. And then we have to make my dad's. So we have to try to needle felt him a hydroplane boat. I realize I'm off camera here. That might be a little bit more time consuming. So, and I still have to finish Russell's present. So I'm gonna try to wrap this guy up on stream, but I don't know if we'll be able to. I'm gonna try. Alright, I'm like trying to pull this so I can see what the hell I'm doing, so we don't hit the wire. Which is a truly tough part here. Alright. And at least we're using the same color fluff here. Alright, so I think we're gonna do maybe a tack point. Might have to do 2 more tack points, actually. I have to do one here and then one here, just to try to make sure that we're good and secure. Alright, so I'm just grabbing a bit of our fluff. And just kind of snaking it, you know, like those clay snakes that you would make with Play-Doh or whatever when you were younger. Kind of rolling it into a snaky shape. Actually, no, we'll go with the longer piece. Alright, okay, so I'm gonna tack you into here. I'll get that going. And just want to make sure that we are good and attached. Because, you know, it's going to be doing an important job here. And we're going to wrap you around. What was that? Sorry, we just heard a very strange noise.
Your mom didn't see where it was. I'm gonna check and see if Umnums is outside somewhere.
That sounded like a very unhappy noise.
Yes, it did.
It sounded like an angry cat or something. It was not a good noise. And I didn't make the noise. And Russell didn't make the noise. And I don't know if the noise came over the microphone. I don't think it did, because him and I just heard it. It was pretty low.
Not out there.
Did my dad make a noise watching the football game?
That sounded an awful lot like a cat. Your mom said it was a cat too.
Is she getting pissy about the tree?
Peabut is fucking running in and out of the tree and meowing. It might have been him.
Because it almost sounded like Peabut's bad tummy noise, which is why I was like, what the hell was that? But...
I didn't think he had a bad tummy noise. I thought he just made noise.
Where's Little? I haven't seen her since I got up.
Don't know.
Sorry, when we hear a strange cat noise that didn't sound good, we need to find the noise. We have to know what the hell's going on. Make sure there's not a cat in distress somewhere. The pet parents know. Pet parents know how it is. Especially when your cats are dorks. And get into all of the things.
Oh, there you are. Okay.
Get into all of the things that they shouldn't be.
All the cats are accounted for and not acting strange, other than, you know, Peabut enjoying the hell out of that tree already.
Well, I'm so glad we could provide hours of entertainment. It's a winter sport around here. To see. Did you put the stuff on the tree yet, or no?
No.
Okay.
I didn't bother. I want to find the other stuff first.
We probably should have did that. When's the last time you stirred that?
It's been a while.
Make sure you're scraping.
Yes, dear.
I know.
Well, you keep saying it.
Because you don't always do it. Anyhow. Alright, am I? Oh, I'm not actually in camera. Sorry. I'm zoomed out. I thought I was. Alright, so let's see. Are we? Nope, not quite tacked in enough. Remember, be very careful. You don't have to go fast. In fact, you really shouldn't be going fast near the wire to ensure that you don't do anything silly. Look, chicken skeleton, get back up there. Alright, so we got our lights on our tree. There's that. Alright, I'm gonna turn you off for a second. Alright. So I'm thinking we'll attach the bows to the tree maybe tomorrow. Now we need to get extra crafty here, because we need to make a hidey spot for our wire, our wire doodle here. So how do we want to do it? My elbow hit something. Oh right, you're a little damaged there. Okay. So I'm thinking. Okay. Alright. Gonna have to get some glue. Now, I need to get up to get the glue. So we can't needle felt through this. Mama, easy with the foot. Okay. Oh, we need to do some tissue paper art. Definitely want to do some more of that. Sorry, getting the fuzz off of there. Okay, so now Let's see. Is this brown? What color is this? Alright. So, we've still got some of our cocoa brown felt. So we're gonna wrap this guy in brown felt. Get our chalk marker. Okay, so why is this being stubborn? Might have to tape that closed since that's being a bit of a silly guy. Alright, so about there. Alright, we need some tape. Probably like Scotch tape or clear. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter what color the tape is because you're going to be covering it anyway. Some kind of tape. Whatever you have on hand, I guess. I mean, you might need to make this out of a scrap piece of cardboard or whatever. Could probably even do like a toilet paper tube if you had to, or a paper towel tube. Alright, I just have some duct tape. That's what was here. That's what we're gonna use. That's what was easily at my disposal. I mean, we probably could have used like the blue painter's tape if we had to. Alright, so gonna cut this guy. We didn't mark the other side. Nisey, what are you doing? I don't know. I'm just here. Alright. This is just a chalk marker that I got from the dollar store. From Dollar Tree. Technically not the dollar store anymore since they're $1.25, but it's kind of wet and then it dries. It's supposed to be like erasable and stuff, and it has worked out pretty well for us on this project so far. Alright, so I'm gonna do this in stages. We're gonna try to do this in stages. Tell you, man, these kitchen skewers. Are fantastic multi-purpose craft tools. Okay. I was squeezing the bottle before I even flipped it upside down. I was like, no airflow. So that probably means that it's clogged. Still feels like it's a little bit clogged. So see, we're recycling too. With us reusing this box. Now, you could do this with the hot glue, but since I really don't have to attach this guy till tomorrow, this is fine. And then the hot glue might be a little bit lumpy too. I mean, you could probably do Mod Podge as well. But my Mod Podge kind of doubles as my sealer for a lot of my stuff. So I don't like to use it when I don't. Oh my god. There's a guy that drives around, or a family that drives around with some kind of dog in the back of their truck or the back seat of their car, and they leave the window rolled down and the dog gets so excited. And, you know, we never know when they're going by. We only hear like the excited yipping from the dog, except every time they yip, they sound like they just got hit by a car. And it's all sorts of adrenaline jolting every time we hear it. We're like, oh god, now what? Alright. Okay, so this just lay down in our glue here. Did get that piece a little long there, so I'll just snip off that extra bit. Now I figure we'll sit it sideways. All right, now, all right, where's our marker? So we need to measure out. I mean, this probably could have been all one piece, but that's fine. And we can always add some snow. Our fiberfill that we're using as snow to the edge of the seams and stuff to hide anything that didn't go right or that we may have miscalculated. But I kind of wanted to do this as two separate pieces just to make sure we didn't have any weird bunching or anything happening. So this guy I'm gonna get a little bit trimmed up there. All right. Now this it's trying to hold. Hopefully it does. It's probably going to take all night to dry since we're doing, or at least a couple of hours since we're doing tacky glue. This airflow, there's still a clog in here. I can feel it. This bottle is not normally that difficult. Like, I know my hands are very weak, but it's usually not that hard to squeeze this bottle. There we go. That's a little better. A little bit. Come on. I actually had a brush that I use. Nope, maybe my hands are just that weak. Although this is coming out a little bit better. I usually have a brush that I have designated for glue that's seen better days. But I don't have any water to rinse it out in right now, so we'll just use our finger. It's just tacky glue. It's not toxic. Or at least it says it's not, so we should be fine. It's not like it's super glue or anything. And it's not hot glue, so we don't have to worry about burning ourselves. Okay. Probably should have put the glue on the other side too before we smoothed that out. Just happened to think about that. I was like, oh wait, we still need more glue. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll get the other bit of, oh great, now I've got glue on my finger. Come on, glue bottle. Oh, curse my weak hands. Like, we don't have to go too gung-ho with that. Just needs to be enough on there to do the things. At least with it being tacky glue, you know, we have a few minutes that we can spare on it. Now, I know we're not needle felting this. If I had the time, I would have actually needle felted this part, but didn't quite have enough time to get that done. And since we had to replace the mouse this week, and this is the box that it came in, I was like, hey, you know what we could do with that? We could make this super awesome hidey hole. Ah! Damn it! I'm running out of fingers that don't have glue on them. Could make this super awesome hidey hole for the light box. Now, as you can see, we do have a small seam here, and we will fix that with our fluff. I'm getting tacky glue everywhere. We'll see if it dries clear. I doubt it will. It's probably going to leave a white mark. Alright, so we got that piece, and I don't want this to like glue itself in there, so probably shouldn't leave it there. Worst comes to worst, like we can always attach a bit of Velcro if need be to the back of that. Alright, so we've got another couple of sides here to glue. as I try to get the excess glue off of my fingers. Alright. Now, so we're gonna need another piece about yay big. For that, we might be able to use that for that, and then we'll just have to figure out the side in a minute. Okay. So, come in through here. I think we're in frame, maybe. And we'll cut this. Alright. I am not the best at cutting things. Nothing I cut's ever in a straight line, it seems. So we'll put the janky edge to the bottom, I suppose. Alright, so that'll work there, and then, oh, actually, it's a slippery, oh shit. It's a slippery box. Alright, so that's all getting happy over there. Alright, backside. Alright, where's my stick? See, something's going on in here, and I don't know quite what. It could be that plug that we had kind of slammed our way through. Just constantly being a problem. Alright. I mean, tacky glue doesn't dry instantly, but it dries pretty decent. Okay. Ah, the never-ending battle with the glue bottle. There we go. Have you tasted that yet?
Yes, I ended up adding a bit more sugar, and it seems to be good now.
Okay. So you're happy with this batch?
Yes, it doesn't have that weird super acid blah thing.
It might have been the type of tomatoes they used, too.
Mm-hmm. That'd be my guess.
Alright, did you want to start the water?
If you want.
Because that's going to take a little bit to boil. Alright. My goodness. Have I really... For fuck's sake. Have I really lost this much hand strength? Like, this is crazy. I don't remember this being quite so difficult. Hang on. Oh, no, I can't get that open. Alright. I was gonna say, let me just take the top off and look. I mean, the glue's still pretty wet, so I don't think it's drying out. Oh, buddy. We're gonna be sore tomorrow. Holy crap. Come on, Elaine. What the hell? Not sponsored in any way, shape, or form by Elaine's Tacky Glue. Oh my god, why? No, I can't get the glue out of the bottle. I'm like struggling two-handed. Holy fuck. Alright. We'll get this smoothed out here. And the tape was really just there to keep that bottom edge from popping out while we did this. We'll clean up that. Okay, so we'll get this all smoothed out. So we don't have, like, you know, glue bunchy lines. Okay. And we'll get this piece laid in. I have a pair of pliers I can get this bottle of glue open with, but alright. So let's get that off of the finger. Okay. So we're getting there. Like I said, this will be on the side, so not a huge deal. And we're gonna take our fiber fill that we used as our snow layer on our base, right? And we're gonna put that over all of the seams to make it look like accumulated snow. And then we'll take some paint here. And we can write on here like woodshed or something. I guess I got a tiny bit of water we can sacrifice there. Fuzz. Dust bunnies everywhere. I need to clean. There's no time to clean. I need to clean though. Perhaps when we get done all of the Christmassy things, so. We're just gonna freehand this in our terrible, terrible wonky handwriting. This is just some white acrylic paint. I mean, I guess we could have I guess we could have, like, written Candy Shed, but that'd be a little creepy, so we don't want to go there. So let's just make this the woodshed. And it doesn't have to be all that even. Because, you know, you have to think about somebody else. You know, your little people, your gingerbread people that would be living in the house. I guess we could have called it the ginger shed, but even then that would be a little weird. But, you know, how it probably wouldn't be 100% spaced out and lined up. That looks like wool. The wool shed. The what? I mean, it is needle felted, so. Or at least the majority of this project is. Sorry, I'm making sure I'm being I'm being generous with the paint here. So we can still read it. Because, you know, felt is fuzzy. I'm trying to account for the fuzziness. And just make sure that we've got enough in here. I mean, we have a whole ass bottle of this, so there's no reason to not be generous. Just have to hope that my dyslexia doesn't kick in and I spell this wrong. That would be a problem. Just a little bit, because damn, yesterday I was having a bad day. Everything I was trying to type was coming out half-assed backwards, and even words I don't normally have a problem with. It was just a bad day. Probably should have finished gluing all of this first, but I didn't want to forget to do this. And that's kind of pretty legible there on the camera, so that's good. Very good. Alright. Probably a little too much space between the D and the E there, but it's there now. There's no undoing this one. There's no adjust button like we have in Planet Zoo. I still can't believe we got restaurant again on that. I don't know why it likes that section of the wheel where restaurant is. Okay, so shed S-H-E-D, right? Shed? I'm good?
As in a place to store things?
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I thought. Alright. Get a little cuppy cup. Get a little bit of water. And we'll just rinse that guy out really good. Alright. I'll just try that on my shirt. It's fine. This isn't a good shirt anyway. Okay. Turn that off. Alright. So. We're gonna have to be careful that we don't. Yeah, that's gonna be wet for a little bit. So. Alright. This piece. Alright. This guy. This guy. It's gonna be about yay big for the end here. Okay. And that is just going to be all sorts of... This is going to be tough. Okay. Our nozzle clogged again. I'm telling you, something's going on in here. Oh. Okay, something's happening in there. I don't know what. It's probably just glue buildup. I don't remember struggling quite so much with that before, but alright. Make sure that we don't smudge the paint. Ah, yes. The battle. The battle with the glue bottle again. Ugh. Oh dear, now I only have one hand. Oh, hey, look, there's the clog. I knew it. I knew we had a clog in there. Right here. There's a gloopy bit. Alright, you're just gonna live on top of the microphone for right now. Tacky glue, it'll peel off. It's fine. That microphone said worse stuff on it. There's paint and all kinds of shit all over it, so it's all good. It's all good. Oh, be very careful if you're smearing the glue on the edge so you don't give yourself a cardboard cut, because that's not going to be pleasant. Alright. So again, it doesn't really matter if the edges aren't super even and lined up. I mean, you want to try to get them as even as you can, but at the same time, it's going to be a little wonky, and that's fine because we're going to come back and edge it in snow. But just, you know, try. But it doesn't have to be perfect. So like right here, we've got some overlappage. There we go. So I'm going to trim that just a little bit after I get the glue off my finger. Now technically, we don't have to do the bottom piece because that's going to be on the base, but we do need to do this top side. Get off the pad. Okay. Probably shouldn't be gluing this on the pad, but didn't really stop to think about it at first, so. Okay. Now. Ah! Get out of there. Brett. Okay. This guy's gonna be about marker. About to here. Okay. Now you will get some fuzz from the felt on the end of the chalk marker. It's fine. It's fine. Just pull it off. It's all good. It's just chalk, unless you're allergic to chalk. I know that sounds odd, but I do know some people that had like severe asthma reactions to going up to the chalkboard in school. Okay, so that one we got a little bit short, but it's fine. We'll get our snow layered up on into there. Oh, that was the bottom piece that we got a little bit off on. Okay. Even better, because that way... that one's going to be like down in the snow, especially because I didn't plan for this one. I thought we weren't going to be able to get the stuff for this. Oh, that's much better. Much better. Hey, look, my hands aren't shaking. Fantastic. Alright, so yes, that was all from that glue clog there. Alright, so I'm just gonna smear this around. Again, if you have an affliction or any kind of thing where getting messy is a problem for you, you can just use a brush. It's fine. Just make sure you wash that brush out really good afterwards. Or it's a brush that you're going to be throwing away because you don't want the glue to settle into that brush and dry there, because that will not be coming out once it's dry. If you let the glue dry in the brush, you might as well kiss that brush goodbye. Alright. So I'm not going to worry about the tabby doos all that much, because the tabby doos are going to be on the inside. But there's the beginnings of our little woodshed. And tomorrow we'll get our snow put around the edges and stuff. There's going to be a lot of like last minute finishing touches going on. I was going to do the star for the tree today, but I'm getting hungry, so I might make the star off stream, or we might just do that tomorrow. If we don't finish tomorrow, then we will finish next week, but I'm gonna try to finish tomorrow. Tomorrow might be a little bit longer of a stream if I can get up early enough. We will see. Alright, so I think we're gonna call that there for today. We got the lights on the... oh, shit. We got the lights on the tree. We got our other color on there. And we got our wood shed that's gonna house our little battery pack. So, all good, friends. And I really need to let this dry overnight before we go any further on that one. So, tomorrow we'll be back. I'm going to try to start a little bit earlier in the afternoon. We'll see. Again, don't worry if you miss a stream. I archive most of them 9 times out of 10 over on the YouTube channel. Same name as here, NiseyBGN. If you want to go over there, give a subscribe. It's free to subscribe over there. It's like the follow here. And then, if you turn notifications on, you'll find out when I post stuff, because some stuff is the live streams, most of it, but then every once in a while you'll have something pop up that we didn't do on live stream, like the in-between workings on this project that didn't all make it onto lives, or, there could be a Planet Zoo thing, or, a Timberborn thing that might show up that we just recorded off stream as I had time. So we'll be getting that sorted out. Stream schedule this week. We're going to be doing tomorrow at some point in the afternoon. I'm going to try to start by 4 o'clock at the latest, but we'll try for sooner, but don't hold your breath on it, the way everything's been going lately. Then we'll be back on Thursday for Coral Island, Friday for Planet Zoo. I am on the Wild Challenges podcast this week. I'm helping co-host with Lita. Fair's going to be on as the guest next Saturday. So I will be over there. So nothing happens over here on Saturday right now. The podcast is going into winter break on December 10th. So the following week, I will be available on Saturday. So if we're still in a panic trying to get Christmas presents done, we might do an extra art stream. We will see. But that might have to happen here. But yeah, so, or we could look at Epic Chef. We still do have that to look at. I haven't even opened it. I installed it and then walked away from it because we do have that some fun stuff. Or we could save that for after we're done Christmas presents. Because the show, I think, is coming back January. Oh, let me look. When's the show coming back? January. Did she give me a date? I think the show's coming back January 11th, is what I want to say. I have to double check that, though. Let me go back through my notes, because I have copious notes. Let me...
Oh, sorry.
See here. Okay. The date that she gave me doesn't jive with the date that I have, so, oh no, yes it does. What the hell date am I looking at? Was I in February? Oh, you know what? I was in February. That's right. So yeah, it'll be, fucking calendar on Windows. So yeah, the show will be on vacation from, last show is going to be the 10th, so we'll have the 17th through, we'll have like 3 weeks. She's not taking as long as a break as I thought she was going to. So, probably because X-Pac's coming in. That's right, Tuesday, maintenance, all day. Expect nothing less. Even if it comes up early, it'll probably go down again. It's a big patch. Watch your challengers. Elemental storms are coming in. Be very careful. I do not know the zones that those are going to be happening in offhand. Check Wowhead. But don't forget, you might want to disrobe your characters with the big patch coming in, because we never know if gear quality might suddenly change on something that we didn't see documented. So, keep that in mind. And I will see you guys tomorrow as soon as I can. So make sure notifications are turned on here, or follow on the Twitters while it's still active. And because I'm still over there, and I'll probably be there until it implodes. If it does, we'll figure out another notification system. I mean, you can also turn the notification thingies on here, and that way you'll find out as well. So I will see you guys all tomorrow. Have a good night. Hope your week starts out well, and catch you later.